Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetsnews.com and today we are going to do the quick unboxing and full review of the Gionee Elife S5.5 device. This is the thinnest smartphone right now available in the market. It is only 5.5 millimeter thin in terms of the thickness, so which is pretty good and commendable. It has all the hardware which you will need in a smartphone, which includes an octa-core processor, 2 GB of RAM, 16 GB of internal storage, and a 13 megapixel camera at the back. Front camera is 5 megapixel. So in terms of hardware specifications, it is a pretty good device. In terms of the design as well, it is a very decent device, very different kind of a device which we have seen from Gionee, and it is very much different from any other phone which you might have seen from Gionee previously. So this is the Gionee Elife S5.5 device. This is a lifestyle device, so basically it is suited for the people who would like to have a premium smartphone in their hand and they actually worry about the looks more than anything else. So this is going to be something which will look very premium in terms of the overall look and feel. This is how the retail package of the Gionee Elife S5.5 will look like in India, and once we take a look over the back side of the package, we have the price of the device mentioned in the package, which is 27,199. However, when you go into the market for a bargain price, you can easily buy this device for a 23,000 price point at which you can actually buy it. When you talk about the SIM card support, it is a single SIM phone and a micro SIM is supported inside the slot which will come out, a SIM tray. When we talk about the contents of the package, you will get a handset, a charger, a battery, hands-free, USB cable, user guide, warranty card, a flip cover, and then some protective covers as well. So that is something which we will get within the package. When it comes to the SAR values of the device, the SAR values of the device is 0.38 weight per kg 1 gram head and 0.326 weight per kg body. So this is how the SAR values look like. When we take a look over the specifications of the device include 2G and 3G network both supported, and then when we have a 5-inch display, it is a full high definition display. It is a super AMOLED display, pretty good in terms of the color reproduction. We have done a hands-on of this device, you can watch that as well in case you haven't. So when we talk about the connectivity, you have GPRS 3G supported, and then when it comes to Wi-Fi, you have Wi-Fi support, Bluetooth 4.0 is there. The rear camera is 13 megapixel autofocus, it can record high definition video, and when it comes to secondary camera or the front camera, it is 5 megapixel. It should be fixed focus camera, we will check that. When it comes to the dimensions which something which is very good is about this device is 5.5 millimeter thickness, which is pretty good. When we talk about the OS is 4.2 Jelly Bean, which is running on this device. You have an octa-core 1.7 gigahertz CPU. You have a MediaTek 6592 chipset, which is the octa-core 1.7 gigahertz CPU chipset is this. And then we have RAM, which is 2 GB. The internal storage is 16 GB, out of which approximately 11 GB is available to the user. You have GPS supported, assisted GPS is there. You have support for OTG as well, and which is actually a good thing because this device does not have an SD card slot. So OTGs definitely help you a lot at times whenever you are running out of critical storage. You have capacity of battery which is 2300 milliampere hour. So I have used this device for approximately 2 to 3 days now, and I'm pretty happy with the overall performance. And the battery is something which is kind of average in terms of performance. It is not too great, that is something I can tell you. So it will give you around 1 day of battery backup at times with moderate usage, whereas if you are a heavy user, in case you play games, in case you watch videos, in that case it will not give you around 1 day of battery backup. Then in that case it will be around 8 to 10 hours of backup which you will get from this device. And again, we have already unboxed the device, so I have the package contents outside which I was testing before starting this video. So you have a flip cover which come within the package, very good quality of leather flip cover you get within the package. It is very fine, and you do have proper cutouts on this flip cover, and this flip cover also provide you a very good protection for your back side of the phone as well as on the front side. So this is how all the cutouts are there for the loudspeaker, for the camera, or for the earpiece. And again, you do have some things drawn over here which will indicate where is the volume rocker and where is the power and sleep key. Both of these buttons can be pressed from here, so you can use the phone even when the flip cover is on. So again, you can stick the flip cover with this by removing this tape and sticking it to the back side. I'm not sure whether it will leave the traces of the stickiness at the back side. We will confirm that once I start using the flip cover. We have these in-ear headphones which come within the package, very good in terms of the build quality. As you can see, you do have a module over here with a button to pick the call. No volume controls are here. When it comes to the sound quality you will get from these earphones, it is pretty good. bass levels are okay, not too high, but the overall volume of sound is pretty good from these headphones, as well as the clarity and crispness is also good. You can also take voice calls with these headphones. You also have an OTG cable which comes within the package of this phone, which you can use with the phone, and you can connect a flash drive and read the contents of the flash drive on the phone itself. Some of the things of the package are already there inside, and once I show you that, then I will show you the phone. So over here we have the other things, which includes the charger. So we have a charger which is a 1 ampere charger, which we get within the package. Apart from this, we also get the micro USB to USB cable, which come within the package, a standard one. I have not used this one. This is the SIM ejection tool which come within the package. So this is the SIM ejection tool with which you can actually eject the SIM tray out. And over here, if you take a look, you have the user manuals and the protective screen guards which come within the package. So you have a user guide, a form pamphlet, the warranty card, the service center list guide, and then you have these protective covers for the front as well as from the back side. So you have 2 extra screen guards which come for the phone. These are all the things which you get within the package. So let's keep all these things aside and let's take a look over the device now. Now here we have the Gionee Elife S5.5. As far as the build quality of this device is concerned, it is made up of premium materials, I would say. It has glass at the back, and again it has glass at the front. When we talk about the edges are actually made up of magnesium alloy, which is almost of the same color of the device, and again it looks very good in terms of the finishing, and the kind of material which has been used is again metal over here, so it feels quite premium when you hold it. You have a 13 megapixel camera at the back, and then you have the LED flash over here. You also have a secondary microphone on this device at the rear camera, and over here at the bottom you have the 3.5mm audio jack. You also have a primary microphone for voice calling. Here you have these bands over here on the edges, which actually takes care of the signals for the radios. At the bottom, at the back side, you have a cutout for the loudspeaker. So the loudspeaker is over here, and you have the Gionee branding over here. Again, it has glass at the back, so it is going to be very much catchy to the fingerprints, but you do have a flip cover which come within the package, which we already showed you. You can use that to get rid of these fingerprint things, at least on the back side. On the front, you can always clean it. On this side you have metal buttons. This is the power and sleep key, gives you good amount of feedback, and then you have a volume rocker as well, which is also giving you good amount of feedback. Both of these are metal buttons, pretty good. At the top you have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging, and here we have nothing. So in all, the overall build quality of this device is really good. You do have touch capacitive buttons which are there within the display, not within the display but on the body of the phone. They will light up whenever you touch them. As you can see, they will light up, but again the LED light is not that much on these buttons. On the top we can see we have a metallic earpiece below the glass, and you have a front camera which is the 5 megapixel camera on this device. So in terms of the overall design, this device has a very distinctive design if we compare with any other Gionee phones or any other phone which is there in the market. So the kind of design it has is pretty commendable. It has a thickness of only 5.5 millimeter, and it is even thinner than an iPhone 5 as well in terms of thickness, which is pretty good. The build quality is good. You can easily hold this device in one hand. It has a pretty big display of 5-inch, and again this display is quite colorful. It has a Super AMOLED display, so the viewing angles of the display are pretty good. You can view the display from extreme angles without any issues, and again it is a pretty colorful display in terms of the color reproduction and the brightness level of the display. Now as far as the weight of this device is concerned, this device is fairly light in terms of the weight. It is very much closer to the iPhone 5 in terms of the weight. Again, it has a bigger display and a pretty good build quality, just like an iPhone 5. It weighs only 128 grams, which is fairly light for a phone of this kind of display size, which we have seen earlier as well. No other phone of this much of display size was this much lighter as this phone is, so this is pretty good. The material is also good. The kind of build quality they have is also good. The form factor of the phone is kind of different. When you hold this device in one hand, you may not feel comfortable because of these edges over here, but again it is metal and they are kind of curved over here, not curved but tempered over here actually. So it will again give you a nice feel once you hold this device for like 1 or 2 hours, and then once you start using this device you will feel comfortable. But initially when you hold this device for the first time, you might not feel that much comfortable, and again the grip is not that great because of the glossy back glass. The grip of the device is not great. It will give you these fingerprints which will be visible very easily, and again you won't be able to have a proper grip of this device unless you use the flip cover, which is a leather flip cover which come within the package of this phone. Now taking a look over the look and feel of the phone as far as the UI is concerned, it is running not stock Android, but it is running on Amigo ROM, which is the custom ROM which we have on most of the Android phones from Gionee. So this one is also having that ROM. So on the basis of Amigo ROM, it is having a different interface. It does not have application drawer, so all the application you will see on the home screen. Once you keep on installing more application, the home screen will keep on increasing, and you cannot increase and decrease the home screen. When we take a look over the notification center, this is how the notification center will look like. You do have some extra applications installed on this device, pre-installed, which will help you save battery, which will help you do a scan of a business card, which we will highlight in this review. This is how the settings UI look like, with all the toggles for the vibrate, airplane mode, Wi-Fi, data connection, auto rotation, all those things. And you can also add more toggles over here, and you do have a quick power saving mode as well on this device to save power. So over here, once we go into settings, this is how the settings UI look like. And again, it is not stock Android, it is the custom UI, and the version of Android which is running on the device is Android 4.2.2, as you can see, which is there. When we take a look over the storage quickly, on the storage department, in order to bring the multitasking menu, you just need to tap on the home screen once and it will bring up the multitasking menu. In case you want to go to the home screen, you can again tap it again and you will go to the home screen. So this is how you can bring up the multitasking menu. And let me just go into settings again to show you some of the things. So over here we have the settings, and if I show you the storage scenario, the storage scenario on this device is going to be 16 GB of storage is there, out of which approximately 11 GB is free. As of now, 11 GB is not free because we have installed couple of applications and games. So ignore this area over here. This is the complete storage. Out of 16 GB you get 6.5 plus 9.48, and again which comes out to be approximately 12 GB, and not 12 GB but little bit above that basically. But again, not all of the storage is actually available to the user. So the user available storage is approximately 11 GB, out of which around 8.25 GB is available because we have installed a couple of applications and games. You can download heavy applications and games as well and run them perfectly fine on this device without any issues. That is something which we have seen. So taking a look over the application scenario, let me just show you the application usage as well. So over here we go under the application usage, and in the application usage we can see that out of 2 GB of RAM, approximately 1.4 GB of RAM is being used, whereas you get around 509 MB or 513 MB of RAM free, which is fairly good, and the device is responsive and there is no lag in terms of the UI transitions are concerned on this device till now. So when it comes to location access, you do have GPS navigation supported. You can use GPS navigation on this device with the help of assisted GPS. You just need to enable GPS satellite option under location access, and once you do this, you will be able to use GPS navigation on this device. It might ask you to download some GPS related files, which it will do on its own, but it will require some internet connectivity at times. You do have a battery saver option over here. So over here you can see that you can actually check this option to have a CPU power saving mode, so that it will slow down the CPU at times to save battery, which is always good. You can enable the battery percentage over here on the status bar as well, which is again a kind of a default feature. And apart from this, if we take a look over the display settings, over here on the display settings we can see that this device does support automatic brightness as well, and live wallpapers and static wallpapers are supported. So you do have support for automatic brightness as well on this device, which is a good thing. So because of the ambient light sensor which we have on this device, you have this feature. And when we go into more wireless settings, you will see that this device does have the option of creating a portable Wi-Fi hotspot as well. So you can create a portable Wi-Fi hotspot using the 3G SIM card which you can insert into this device. You have support for USB tethering, and Bluetooth tethering is also supported. Now as far as the custom screen lock settings are concerned, you do have that as well on this device. You can slide to unlock, you can set a pattern, or you can specify a pin to unlock as well. You also have some additional settings for the ringtone, so that you can specify different ringtone for the voice call, for the video call, for notification, and for messages. You can do that. And when we talk about system updates, you do have system updates which will be pushed out to this device over the air. So once you go under common settings and you can check for new system update on this device, once it check that, you will get to download the update if it is available for this device, if it is pushed out. And this device, as per the information which we have got from Gionee, this will also get KitKat. So you just need to tap on this button to check the new version whenever it is available, and it can download it, and you can update the Android version on this device without even connecting this device to a PC. Now here we have the phone dialer, as you can see, and when it comes to the phone dialer options, we have a numeric phone option as well, with which you can actually search for the contacts. So you have a QWERTY keyboard which is supported, and here we have the numeric keyboard. And once you want to do a video call, you just need to type the number, and then you can tap on this button to make a video call directly. So you can do a cellular video call from the phone dialer on this device, which is actually a good thing. Now here we have the messaging application. It is not the stock Android messaging application, it is a custom messaging application. It does give you a large number of options to you, and this is how the keyboard will look like. You have a touchpad keyboard which will be a default keyboard on this device once you start it, once you configure it. You do have additional options supported. You can actually do swipe to type on this device with the help of this keyboard. You also have these suggestions which will come up, so you just need to tap on them to actually have these suggestions over here. So you just need to select them, and you will see them automatically being typed on this device. So the keyboard is pretty big in size, and you do have swipe to type supported, so typing is not at all a problem on this device. You can easily type with this touchpad keyboard, which will come pre-installed on this device for free. There are some additional features, professional features, which you would like to have on this keyboard. In that case, you might like to pay for it, but again, the basic features, which includes typing and all of the suggestions, it is all free. And this keyboard application comes pre-installed on this device, and it makes typing quite easy and quite simple on this device. The keyboard key size are also pretty big and quite nicely spaced out, so you will not face any problem while typing on this 5-inch display. Now here I have my iPhone, and let me just take a photo from the 13 megapixel camera as of now. When it comes to the photo setting, the resolution is set to 13 megapixel maximum, and the phone scene mode is actually auto. So let me just take this photo right now. It does have autofocus, and the camera shutter speed is quite fast, I would say. This is the photo which we have clicked. I can show you this one. So this one is looking pretty good, I would say, in terms of the color production as well as in terms of the details. It is quite good, and you can compare it with the one which is the original object over there. It is looking pretty good in terms of clarity as well as in terms of colors. Let me just take the same photo without the artificial light. Again, we are taking this photo right now in a room, so the overall camera quality is something which is going to be tested. So I'm going to take this photo again. Now we do not have light falling on this subject, and this time let's see how's the overall performance in terms of the camera quality. So over here we have the photo. This time the photo is looking dark, but again, the amount of details which I can see in this photo is pretty good, I would say, and the colors are also looking pretty good as well. So again, this photo is also good, but again, the photo comes out to be better if you have good amount of light falling on the subject. In that case, the camera quality is slightly better as compared to the one where we do not have the artificial light falling on the subject. Now we have the video mode enabled on this device, and as of now the video quality is set to high, which is 720p video. We can also record video at fine quality, which is going to be 1080p. So you can record high definition video at 720p as well as at 1080p on this device. And when it comes to other options which we have, you have a time duration which you can set for the video. You can control over the white balance and the exposure values. You can disable and enable the mic. In case you want to record a silent video, you can do that. You can disable the mic over here, and again, all these settings actually help you to do a pretty good quality of video recording from this device. We will also upload a camera sample separately as a video on our YouTube channel, so you can get an idea about the overall quality of this device as far as the video recording is concerned. Taking a look over the hardware configuration of this phone, the hardware configuration is starting with this one. The model number is S5.5. You have got a ARM V7 processor on this device, clocked at 1.7 GHz. It is an octa-core CPU, MediaTek 6592 chipset, as we already told you. And here we have the display resolution. Display resolution is not affected because of touch capacitive buttons, because they are within the body of the phone, not within the display. So it is 1080 into 1920. It is a high definition display. The display is quite precise, crisp and clear. In terms of the pixel formation as well as in terms of the color prediction. The pixels per inch on this device is approximately 441 pixels, which is pretty good. You have a Mali 450 MP GPU, which is quite good for gaming as well. You can play heavy graphic intensive games on this device without any issues. And here we have the sensor information. So we have a 3-axis accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor, light sensor, a gyroscope sensor is also there. You have an orientation sensor, a magnetic field sensor, rotation vector, gravity and linear acceleration sensor. So you have almost all the sensors which you will require in a smartphone of this kind. And again, these sensors help you run different kind of games and applications, and you can also use GPS navigation quite precisely with the help of magnetic field sensor, which we have on this device. Now the score which we have got on quadrant standard, we can show you. This is a pretty good score which we have got. We have got a score of 12944, which is good. And here we have the detailed score for the CPU, which is 53030, which is good. Memory is 4342. Input output operation is 4844. 2D is 242 and 3D is 2261 on this device. And the kind of score which we have got on this device as far as the quadrant benchmark is concerned is pretty good. Let's take a look over the AnTuTu score now. Now here we have got the score on AnTuTu as well, and on AnTuTu this device has performed pretty good. It is in between HTC One and Samsung Galaxy Note 2 on the basis of benchmark scores, and it has scored a score of 22166. As you can see, we have the detailed score as well on this device, which is this one. For the UX it is this much. The RAM is also good. You do have score which is pretty good for the CPU integer and floating point operations as well. So the CPU is pretty good, and the GPU as well has performed pretty good. 1432 for 2D graphics and 3902 for 3D graphics. That means you can actually play almost any kind of graphic intensive games on this device without any problem, provided you have storage for the same. On multitouch, this device supports 5-point multitouch, as you can see. On Ninamark, we have got a score of 56.5 FPS, and again this device is pretty good in terms of the benchmarks as far as all the benchmarks which we have run. We have also tried running some games, and because of even running some casual games and some of the benchmarks which we have done on this device, the device has become slightly hot, especially at this point. It is little bit more hot basically, and at times it might become more hotter as well, and this is something which I have experienced before this as well when I was testing this phone before today. So this device does become hot because it has a glass at the back side. So whenever you play graphic intensive games, or whenever you play any kind of videos which are consuming a lot of graphics on this device, the device will become hot, especially at this point. I would recommend you to use the flip cover at all times with this device if you don't want to feel this heat. So now we are playing this casual game called Temple Run OZ. The kind of graphics it has rendered is something which I really like. All the colors and everything is looking pretty fine and crisp and clear on this device. The loudspeaker on the device is also pretty loud when I play this game. The response from the touchscreen is quite instant. There is no problem with the graphics or from any kind of response from the screen. So the game is running fine without any graphic lag. Touchscreen is responsive, all the controls are visible, and the gravity sensor on the device is also working well, as you can see. So now we are running this game which is called Frontline Commando D-Day, and this is a graphic intensive game which I am running, and I accidentally skipped it. Anyways, let me just go back. So the game is running fine, as you can see, there is no problem. And now I am in position. All the controls of the game are visible, and I have no problem in aiming and shooting. There is no problem at all till now. One thing I really don't like about this device is that it is actually heating up like anything while playing this game. so I can feel the heat over here on the back side. So I can definitely feel the heat over this part, which is actually heating up very high. The device temperature is approximately 42 degrees as of now when I'm playing this game. So this is something which I really don't like when I play this kind of a game. This device actually heats up a lot. The graphics are fine, there is no lag of any kind on this device when I play this game, but heating up is something which is a major problem with this device when you play a graphic intensive game like this one. So I would say it is good enough. You can play this game pretty fine without any issues. You can play this game. So now we are playing Modern Combat 4 on this device, as you can see, and this game is running fine. In terms of graphics, there is no lag of any kind. For some reason it is getting paused every time, but in terms of the overall gaming performance, you can play this game without any issues on this device. So as of now the device is running out of critical battery, so maybe because of that it is actually getting paused, but you can play this game without any issues on this device once you have good amount of battery. And one thing which I don't like about this device is that the device gets heated up when you play heavy games like this one, and again the battery also degrades very faster in this case. So when I started playing these games which I have been playing, I started playing these games at approximately 25% of battery, and now it is only 12% because of the heating which has been done on the device. Now as far as browser is concerned, you get the default browser, which is the UC browser, which will come pre-installed on this device, and this browser is pretty good. You have good amount of functionality, a large number of features because of this UC browser, which is quite a popular browser among Android phones. You have a nice vertical scroll bar which you will get. Kinetic scrolling is quite smooth. Pinch to zoom is also quite fluid. There is no problem with browsing. You can also play YouTube videos within the web page, and some of the videos you can actually download as well from the web using this browser, which does give you a lot of options, including night mode, a reading mode. You have other preferences like controlling the brightness and other things. You do have a private browsing mode as well, which is the incognito mode, in which it will not record the history of whatever pages you have visited. So as you can see, we are playing a YouTube video from our channel. This is a high definition video which is being played at high definition resolution, so which is good, and the video is playing in full screen. The overall volume of sound which comes out from the device is quite loud, and this is something which I really like. You can amplify the sound if you hold the device like this, and in case you don't hold it properly, you can actually block the loudspeaker accidentally as well, because the loudspeaker is actually at the back side and it is a flat device. So the loudspeaker is actually at the back side and it is a flat device. So whenever you are playing a video like this, and if you place this device like this on a table, it does give you pretty good viewing angles, but again the sound will get blocked and muffled because the device is flat and the loudspeaker is actually at the back side. So this is one drawback as far as the design is concerned, but still it is going to be audible. You can listen to the sound. When it comes to viewing angles are also pretty good. You can see the video from any angle you can think of. It is a Super AMOLED display, give you wide viewing angles, and the color projection is also pretty good. So you can play high definition videos on this device, not only from YouTube, but you can play almost any high definition video on this device, which is recorded at 720p or at 1080p on this device without any audio or video sync issues. Now as far as OTG support is concerned, you do have that supported, and we have an OTG flash drive which we can connect with this device. However, if you have a normal flash drive, you can always connect with the help of this OTG cable, which does come within the package of the phone. So let me just connect this flash drive and see whether it detects the same or not. So it has detected the same. So the USB storage drive is connected, and I can actually access it with the help of a file manager. which we have on this device, and now I can access the file manager to access the USB storage, and I can play a video directly from here on this device over here. With the help of the file manager, I can play a video file, I can watch multimedia content from the drive. Now it does have LED notification light, which is over here, and the color of the LED notification light can also be changed with the help of third-party applications. When it comes to the overall battery backup, you will get around 1 day of battery backup from this device. But again, if you plan to do any kind of graphic intensive task like gaming or watching a video on this device, in that case you will not get 1 day of battery backup. In that case, the overall battery backup is going to be around 6 to 8 hours only. So that's all from us as far as the quick unboxing and full hands-on review of the Gionee Elife S5.5 device is concerned. This device is a pretty good device. This is a pretty nice device in terms of the build quality and the kind of design you have. You will not see this kind of a design on any of the smartphone out there. One thing which is good about this device is the thickness as well. This is a pretty thin device, very light in terms of the weight, but again on the other hand, because of the metal on the edges, which is kind of sharp in terms of the edges, not very rounded, you might feel uncomfortable to hold this device in hand at times. But again, it will go away once you start using this device for a day or two. You will get used to it. You can always carry this device with the flip cover on. You can attach the flip cover permanently on this device, and in that case you can get rid of the heating problem of this device, which will happen over here at the back side, and also it will be much easier for protection as well. It will provide you the protection on the front as well as on the back side. The flip cover which we get within the package of the phone is this one, which can actually protect the back glass of the device. Like this, it will stick, and front of the device will also get protected. And again, this way you can actually carry this device, and it also looks very premium with the flip cover once you have it on the device. You will get a black flip cover, leather one with the black version. You do have this device available in other colors as well, with which you can get the same colored flip cover, so which is good. The white one has a golden flip cover, which actually looks very good and premium. So in all, I would like to give a thumbs up to this device. Some of the things which I do not like about the device is the heating part, but again that can go away once you start using the flip cover. The overall performance of the device is good. The camera performance is definitely good. After the OT update which has happened on this device, the camera has been fixed and it is giving you better images, and the overall UI is also much more responsive and faster. Before that it was not. So that's all from us. Thanks for watching this video. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.